no stopping us now. I love that song.
G'day folks, welcome to Big V TV. 2 rounds down. Cal rode the Harley Davidson into the show today. How are you, mate? We're down by the
Shouldn't have rode it, it's too cold.
Sleepy town down by the Yarra. We've got the Yarra in the background. It's just tranquility at its best. How's the Serenity?
It's just cold. Serenity's cold.
Can't stand it. A big weekend in champ men and women. Corio Bay, speaking of all things water, the Stingrays get their first win, and the former pigskin kicker Jason Reardon, didn't he bounce back?
Well, he's a gun. He's an absolute freak. He dominated Division 1 for the couple of years that we was in it. 27 points on the weekend.
Yep.
And they were also without Eric Williams still.
Yep.
On the way. When he's going to be there, it's going to be a bit scary for everyone, I think.
Absolutely. Good win over Bulleen, up by 17. Darren Best and Corey Standerf are doing their best for the Boomers, but they're very thin after that, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not a competition where you can say, oh, I need this guy, and this guy, 3 players to do it all. You need a deep team and some absolute stars, and you know, it's not going to quite get it done.
I'll tell you what, scoring fest between Diamond Valley and Sherbrooke, about 193 points between those two. Absolutely great defence.
Diamond Valley.
They did get up the Eagles, and not a bad start to the season. No, you were great, mate. You were good. No. Wouldn't be saying that stuff in a leather jacket, by the way. Ringwood over Hume City, up by 17 points. Sam Bell, double. Very good. Hume City couldn't answer the call. They had a big round 1. Ringwood just floating along nicely at the moment.
Yeah, I think Ringwood are going to be pretty good this season. Hume City are going to be mid-table. They'll be battling for a final spot. Ringwood will certainly be there. Fair indication.
Sherbrooke bounced back on day 2 with a 4-point win over Melbourne. Terrible shooting in this game. 44 turnovers. Ugly stuff.
It's a horrid game, but I think the thing that Sherbrooke can take from it is if they don't shoot well, they normally lose.
Yep.
But they can get away with it against Melbourne, I think.
Eltham got up over Waverley. Benny Lewis in for the Falcons. Any panic buttons at the moment at Waverley? I know they've still got a few to come.
Don't care. I was there on the weekend, and you know, Benny came out, torched it, had like maybe their first 11 or so, and then was slowed down by Matt Fennell as the game wore on. But I think Waverley, not going to be too worried. They got some absolute guns to come in still.
Are you shivering?
Oh, just about. It's so cold, mate. I can barely spit. That up.
Let's have a look at the ladder and state champ men. Ringwood up on top, 2 and zip. Diamond Valley 2 and zip. Sherbrooke 2 and 1. Hume City 2 and 1. Eltham 1 and 1. Corio Bay, the Stingrays now 1 and 1. Good on them. Melbourne zip and 2. Waverley zip and 2. Bulleen zip and 2.
Well, the Melbourne and Bulleen zip and 2 is probably a fair indication of where those teams are at.
Yep.
But I think Waverley obviously still going to be a factor when everyone gets back.
Big games this week. Want your tips? Sherbrooke and Waverley. Waverley possibly still without a couple. It's up at the Forest. Can Sherbrooke turn the Falcons into 0-3?
Nah, I think Waverley. I think Platnick might be back, and so that'll be enough to knock off Sherbrooke. Mind you, they're a dangerous team when they're on fire.
Sunday game, Hume City, Corio Bay.
Yeah, no, I think Corio Bay on that one.
Okay.
Yep, I'm liking them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
State champ women, big news. Sarah Miller, that injury from round 1 looks like she's gone for the year. Very unfortunate.
A shame. Yeah, she was torching it in the game that she was just before she did her knee. So looks like that'll be a bit of a miss. But you know, Julia Tan coming in, that's going to make up for it. But still a loss nonetheless.
I thought there's a few ducks floating past us then. Sherbrooke were out without Sarah Miller.
Ducks can't swim on ice.
No, that's right. Skating on ice. Sarah Miller, of course, Sherbrooke without her, as we just said, but also without Julia Tan on the weekend, and they went down in a big way to Diamond Valley by 21. Jacqueline Smith with 17 points. Jade Tyrrell. Oh, well, she's a very good player, young man. Jade Tyrrell and Katie O'Neill, 2 former juniors, back there playing great basketball, and well done to the Eagles, a good win.
Yep, I just can't see through the fog. It's hard to concentrate.
Hume City went down to Ringwood by 21. Bianca Babbage, 22 points for the Broncos. Lisa Warbutton was held to 6. Amanda Benke, 19 and 13. Victoria Hanson, so the 2 imports there. Hanson was 16 and 7. Ringwood, good win. Hume City, some young kids, they're trying to rebuild for the future. I think it's going to take some time.
Well, Babbage, you know, they're pretty good numbers for a girl that's played majority of her time in Big V at youth level. So if she can start to develop that quickly, because, you know, they're going to be called upon this season to start, you know, picking up the slack. Otherwise, they could be in for a real long season. And Lisa Warbutton, shoulders are broad, but not that broad.
Eltham, Waverley, the Wildcats get up. Waverley crash back down to earth, the young kids. There's a reality check. Sammy Woosnam, I tell you what, she's a great addition to the Wildcats. I like her. 21 and 14. Caitlin Hindle had 15 for Waverley. Waverley live and die by the 3 ball. 7 of 32 from outside the arc.
Well, they can shoot the ball pretty well, but I think the reason they do it is because of all such physical bodies that Champ Women has inside the paint. They're going to stay outside of there as much as they can.
Thought it was snowing then. Anyway, go on.
I think 10 points is pretty good for Waverley actually against Eltham.
Really?
It's not bad. They'll be all right.
Don't forget they got a win in round 1 against Ringwood. Bulleen 62 defeated McKinnon 53. The departed 8, they couldn't get up, so they crashed back down to earth. Bulleen, good win. Steph Waite into the team, 16 points. Very good. Brooke McKay for the Cougars, 17.
Well, I think the Cougars probably disappointed they lost that. To be honest with you, I was surprised. Bit of an upset, but you know, good on you, Bulleen. Well done.
Well, great wrap up there, mate.
I just love it. I didn't know about. I didn't see that game.
Melbourne defeated Diamond Valley by 6 points. 2 pretty good teams here. Nicole Zammit, very good for the Tigers.
She's a very talented young player.
Well, we forget about her at times. You know, Caitlin Cunningham's in there, but gee, Nicole Zammit, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Thanks very much.
Almost a trip dub.
Very good.
Love it.
Cunningham 19 and 17, by the way. I really like the way Melbourne are looking this season. Mind you, 6-point game. Tyrrell and O'Neill shared 35 between them. Very good again for the Eagles. So the ladder at the moment in state champ women after a couple of rounds. Melbourne, Eltham, both 2 and zip. Ringwood 1 and 1. Bulleen 1 and 1. McKinnon 1 and 1. Waverley 1 and 1. Diamond Valley 1 and 2. Sherbrooke 1 and 2. Hume City zip and 2.
Bit of a trend in championship at the moment. Very tight.
Kids on the way to school. All the best. Have a good day. Yep.
I love working off site.
Any other comments on the ladder?
No, just because it's so tight in both of them. I think it's good. It's good so far. It's only round 2.
Understatement. We're idiots. Big games coming up in state champ women. Ringwood, Melbourne, Saturday night. Good game.
I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm going to go Melbourne, I think.
I'll tell you what, get your Cadbury bars and get out to Ringwood on Saturday night. That'll be an absolute ripper. Another game Saturday.
It'll be a belter.
It'll be a belter. He's not playing. Bulleen and Diamond Valley on Saturday as well.
Nah, I think Diamond Valley get that one.
So there's State Champ show for this week. Get on board the Facebook page, of course. Like it for Big V. No, you can keep this. Ooh, okay, fair enough. Ease off. We'll see you next week.
Ain't no stopping us now.